Hey, this week we're going to try something new and we are going to go to Scholastic. If you remember our Scholastic magazines at school, this week we're going to focus on some Scholastic articles and Mrs. Craig is going to go ahead and put the link in here, but I also am going to read them with you so that you can see what each article is about. I'm really excited about today's article. It's called Built for Thrills. How engineers use forces and motion to design extreme roller coasters. Now, you all know Mrs. Craig well enough to know that that roller coaster that we're looking at right there, I would not ride, but I still think roller coasters are super cool to watch. So, here we go. Built for Thrills by Mara Grunbaum. The caption here says, riders zoom down a hill on the Leviathan, a roller coaster in Ontario, Canada. You wait in line, your excitement building. Finally, you take a seat. Your heart pounds as a safety bar locks around you. Suddenly, whoosh! Your seat shoots forward. You're off on a record-breaking roller coaster ride. That's the idea behind Max Force, a new roller coaster opening this summer at Six Flags Great America in Illinois. Max Force will launch riders from 0 to 126 kilometers or 78 miles per hour in just 2 seconds. That's the fastest start of any coaster in America. No, thank you. It takes a team of engineers to build a roller coaster like Max Force. One of them is Lee Stellhorn. He's been designing rides at Six Flags for more than 20 years. It's Stellhorn's job to harness the forces that affect passengers during their ride. You need to understand physics to create a ride that's both fun and safe, he says. Here is a video that you can watch if you would like to, but you're going to have to use the link that Mrs. Craig is embedding. It says, watch a video about how forces make roller coasters work. The need for speed. People have been seeking out thrilling rides for hundreds of years. In the 1600s, people in Russia built ice-covered ramps up to 21 meters or 69 feet tall. They pushed sleds to the top. Then the force of Earth's gravity sped them down the hill. Over time, engineers replaced the sleds with wheeled carts. A second set of wheels attached from below kept the cars from veering off the tracks. In 1884, one of the first roller coasters, called the Gravity Pleasure Switchback Railway, opened in New York City. Passengers coasted along a hilly wooden track. The ride was a hit even though it reached just 10 kilometers or 6 miles per hour, about as fast as a jogging pace. Engineers have been making coasters faster, taller, and more exciting ever since. Here is the design of the Max Force. Roller coasters have many twists and turns. It takes a lot of energy to zoom rides through them all. Max Force is a new roller coaster opening this summer. Here's how it will keep cars moving. So let's take a look. Number 1, right here. A blast of air gives cars enough kinetic energy to speed up the 175-foot hill. Oh boy. 2, up here. At the top of the first hill, the cars are full of potential energy. Oh yeah. 3, right here, this movement. Gravity pulls the cars down toward Earth. The cars gain kinetic energy as they fall. And then 4, over here, riders feel heavy as the track curves back upward, sending cars up one last hill. Think, at what points on the ride will riders have more potential energy than kinetic energy? Wild rides. Modern steel tracks allow engineers to build much more complicated coasters, but the basic principles have not changed. Engineers rely on gravity to keep the cars moving. Today, most coasters use a motorized cable to pull cars up the first hill. On other rides like Max Force, a blast of compressed air launches cars to the top. The cars gain potential energy as they rise. The taller the hill, the more energy they have. Check out this Gravity Pleasure Switchback Railway, one of the first coasters in the U.S., opened in 1884. Wow, third grade, look at how different that looks. As riders tip downward, gravity takes over. The cars gain speed as well as kinetic energy as they zoom down the track. Turning up the next hill, riders can feel the acceleration, says Becky Thompson. She's a scientist at the American Physical Society and a roller coaster fan. According to Thompson, you may even feel like you're leaving your guts behind. Oh, your stomach wants to continue down, she says, but the force of the track is saying, nope, we're going up. Record-breaking rides. Check this out. Here's the steepest, holy cow, no thank you, in Tapishka, Japan. Here's the fastest. This goes 149 miles per hour in Formula Rossi, the United Arab Emirates. And here is the tallest, 456 feet tall, in Kingda, New Jersey. No, thank you. Smooth moves. To design a new coaster, engineers like Stellhorn plot out the track on a computer. That helps them plan the shape they want it to be. Once a coaster is ready, engineers test it to make sure it's safe. They fill plastic dummies with water to mimic the weight of riders and load them onto the ride. Seeing how the dummies move allows engineers to fix problems before real people take a turn. Engineers began building Max Force this past fall. If the towering coaster passes all of its tests, Stellhorn will be one of its first riders. It will open to the public after that. I get to do things daily that we charge people to do at our parks, says Stellhorn. It's such a fun career. So here's continuing the learning journey, third grade. You can play the game Rollercoaster Engineer to design a roller coaster with the right balance of forces, and then you can make a poster advertising your roller coaster. Include information like the number of loops, jumps, and other features that make your roller coaster a thrilling experience. Mrs. Craig will put that link, Rollercoaster Engineer, on this page. Or you can imagine you took a ride on the Max Force roller coaster. This is what our work today is going to be. We're going to write a first-person narrative about your experience if you were to ride this new ride. So, the links to this article I will post, as well as the Rollercoaster Engineer game for you to try out today.